Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Palestine!
Do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Right to return!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Right to return!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Right to return!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Right to return!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Right to return!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza! Never die! So don't you cry, Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Long live Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Palestine!
Free Gaza!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
Free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Palestine!
Free Gaza!
To the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to will be free. You will see, Palestine will be free. Bush or
Will be free!
Bush or Merck, you will see.
Palestine will be free!
Already have decimated Gaza. That's why we called here in New Haven, and thank you for coming out. Throughout all this, the media is reporting that 5 Israelis have died, and this has to be recognized for what it is. This is not a war, this is a massacre of the people of Gaza and of the Palestinian people as a whole. Israel seized the West Bank and Gaza, along with Syria's Golan Heights and the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt, as a result of the 1967 war of aggression against the Arab people. The occupations to be illegal and in violation of all international law. And Israel is the largest recipient of U.S. aid in the world. It receives more than $15 million every day from the United States. They go to F-16 fighter jets, they go to Apache helicopters that rain down hundreds of tons of bombs and missiles on what that $15 million a day could do to rebuild Gaza, to rebuild Iraq, Afghanistan, New Orleans, or New Haven. 3 banks open in New Haven without any issue. $15 million a day going to the destruction of the people of Palestine and Gaza right now. And the Israeli aggression in Gaza could have taken. The U.S. government doesn't finance and support Israeli aggression because of the so-called power of the Israeli lobby. That would be the case of the tail wagging the dog. Instead, Israel is a dependent settler regime, a garrison state that could not survive except for the guarantees interests in the Middle East. Just as the U.S. is in Iraq and Afghanistan right now, Israel exists to continue extension of U.S. power in the strategic Middle East. And Zionism is a colonial, but not just in Gaza and the West Bank, but within the historic. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to
Palestine will be free.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. 24 hours just to make sure that there was a strong presence to denounce the Israeli invasion of Gaza happening in towns and cities all across the country, that people are standing against the massacre of Palestinians. We have a number of local community leaders and activists who are going to address us here today, and we just want to spread the word to everyone on the scene today and show our signs. If we want to just line the street to show our signs to people driving by, who is standing against what's going on. So let's just have a few more chants and then I'll introduce some speakers.
Palestine free! Free Palestine free! Free Palestine free! Free Palestine free! Free Palestine free!
Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free! Free Palestine, free!
Free Palestine!
Free!
Free Palestine!
Free! Free Palestine!
Our tax money. I say no more. That's your tax money. No more. $15 million a day could be used for my child's education, for your child's education, for my mother's health care, for my health care. It could be used to house the homeless and feed the hungry. Instead, it's being used to destroy it again and again. Because I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to sit by and let the ruling class use my tax. $15 million a day. It needs to end, and it needs to end now. And we will be here today. We will be here tomorrow, and the next. We need to have our voices heard. And hopefully, the newly elected to have somebody in office to bring democracy to another country when we don't have it here. $15 million a day should be spent on the people's needs. Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
The road to peace, USA and the Middle East!
Road to peace, USA!
Everybody for coming out in the cold, because we know this is just cold. And we know we have a hard
Visiting in our different communities. Priscilla's from the Norwich area. She's doing a lot of really great work up there. But Ansel has a live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. at the United Church Green in the Parish House right up the street, 323. So I hope people can get involved. There's going to be a national march on Saturday, January 10th in Washington, D.C., and we encourage everybody who could possibly get down there to get down there. Close.
A few words about what's going on in Gaza right now. We're concentrating on what Israel is doing, the war crimes that it's committing against the Palestinian people going westward. But there's also another problem. The Egyptian government is preventing the Palestinian people from escaping into Egypt, which could save them. They're being shot at by Egyptian soldiers from the other side of Rafah. The people are seeing on their TV screens what is going on. But the government, through U.S. support, is standing by and letting this happen. Not only standing by, it's very important to understand they're not just being silent, they're escaping into Egypt. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Thanks, Chris. My name is Franco Gorman. I'm from People of Faith and Queers Without Borders. Woo! With the tremendous silence of Christians in this country concerning the massacre and occupation of Palestine. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that the greatest jihad is to speak truth to a dictator. And we all know that truth is the first casualty of war. So allow me to expose some of the falsehoods and propaganda that the government of Israel has made and that continues to be repeated in this country. Falsehood number one, Israel has the right to defend itself. Barack Obama stated on a visit to Israel, if people attacked my home, I would do whatever was necessary to stop them. That's Barack Obama. With all due respect, President Obama, I bet there are one or two Palestinian people who feel the same as you do. The Palestinian people, by the British Empire, from occupation by the State of Israel, from Israel's apartheid rule, and from Israel's siege and blockade of Gaza, from Israel's aerial bombardment of Gaza, and now from Israel's invasion of Gaza. Falsehood number two. Israel is only targeting legitimate military sites and is seeking to protect innocent lives. Israel never targets civilians. The presence of militants within a civilian population does not under a protected status, and therefore any assault upon that civilian population under the guise of targeting militants is, in fact, a war crime. Falsehood number 3. Israel is not responsible for civilian deaths because it warned the Palestinians of Gaza to flee areas that might be targeted. Let's apply that twisted logic to other injustices. Would Christopher Columbus's massacre of Taino people in present-day Puerto Rico be legitimate because he first warned the Taino people to flee? Would slavery in the United States be legitimate because slave masters first warned fugitive slaves they would be captured and lynched? Would the Holocaust in Nazi Germany be legitimate because the Nazis first warned Jews, queers, and gypsies to leave the country? No. Israel is responsible for civilian deaths. This fact cannot be whitewashed by phone calls, text messages, or flyer drops from warplanes. Lastly, lie number 4. President Obama also stated, the security of Israel is sacrosanct. With all due respect, President Obama, human lives are sacrosanct, be they Israeli, Palestinian, Iraqi, or Afghani. Furthermore, true security for Israelis is not based on oppression, injustice, domination, or occupation. True security for Israelis is based in part on dismantling Israel's immoral and illegal occupation of Palestine, respecting the right of return of Palestinian refugees, and making reparations to the Palestinian people. As we say in our chants, occupation is a crime from Iraq to Palestine, in the U.S. support for this illegal, immoral war. Thank you.
To be in New York City where we had these mass demonstrations, thousands upon thousands of people gathered on 32nd Street and 7th Avenue. The lines were gone from 42nd Street down to 32nd Street.